What's up, good people? The best thing about doing shows live, sometimes you got it's a little tricky, right? But it's all good. But this is your boy Cool McCain, and I'm joined by the big homie, my big bro, Mr. Wise. El
What's
Jefe.
going on? What's going on, my brother?
I am chilling, man. I am chilling.
It happens,
Just
man.
ready.
Technical difficulties happen all the time, bro.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And you try to work the things out, but then situations change, so things change. It's all
Bruh,
good.
but so I was in your part of town last week, which is a few
Mm-hmm.
days ago, right? So I brought
Yep.
my setup with me. So now it's kind of like off right now. Like even my video right now to me is kind of delayed. Um, for some reason my camera's acting the fool. Just a bunch of different things, but it happens, man.
Yeah, we in here, man. It is what it is. We in here. What can you really say? You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? Nothing you can really do about it.
yeah.
So, ladies and gentlemen, y'all know what it is. This is the Monarchs of Wrestling. So we're gonna flip it up a little bit. We normally hit y'all with WWE first, hit you with a little AEW first. AEW got a few things going on, but the big thing we're gonna talk about, the Continental Classic. So if you've been watching, and in case you haven't, let me give you a little information on it. So the Continental Classic is a tournament. It's a round robin tournament. There's two different leagues. There's a gold league. They have their matches on Dynamite. There's a blue league. Their matches primarily are on Rampage and Collision. Now, the finals will be the top two people from the Gold League, top two people from the Blue League. That's going to be December 27th. So we only talk about a couple of weeks. Um, and then, well, that's going to be the semifinals, excuse me. And then the finals is going to be the winner of the Gold League, the winner of the Blue League. So number one, number two in the Gold League will fight, and number one, number two in the Blue League will fight. That's going to be Saturday on World's End. It's going to be the finals. So if you win the Continental Classic, you're going to win the New Japan Pro Strong Championship, the Ring of Honor World Championship, and a completely new Continental Championship belt that AEW has created for this. So this will be the first person that'll be a Triple Crown champion. The reason you have the other two belts is because Eddie Kingston, as crazy as he is, decided to put up his New Japan Strong Championship and his Ring of Honor Championship for the winner of the tournament. I, I mean, for me personally, before I go any further, I have to address this weekly whenever I talk about the Continental Classic. There is no way on God's green earth I am taking my two belts that I have already won. Well, one I won individually, right? Then he put it up against Claudio Castagnoli and beat Claudio. So I'm not putting up the two belts. The first time he's ever had two championships in his life. I'm not putting those on the line in a tournament where I can't even control if I win or not, right? Because I can win all my matches, get the one match, slip up, and still lose, and lose my championship. So, not the strongest decision in my opinion for Eddie Kingston, but there's got to be some storyline reason why such tomfoolery happened. So, Wise man, you have any thoughts on just that part of things?
I'm gonna be honest. I haven't sat down and really watched. I've watched some of the matches on YouTube and stuff like that when they show the highlights um, but it's like you said, why would Eddie Kingston want to risk all that, especially when you got Jay White in the tournament? You have Jay White in there. You have Swerve Strickland. You have John Moxley. You have a bunch of prime time players in there, man. So, but you know what? Eddie's really stepped up his game this year. He's really taken it to new heights. And he's always been able to cut a great promo. He's been
Right.
and he's always been that guy in the ring. He's surprised me this year though. He's really surprised me. He stepped up and I'm glad that AEW is recognizing him and give him the opportunity to shine because he deserves it. He definitely deserves it, man. He's been in the business long time. He's worked hard to get to where he's at, and so yeah, man, none but mad props and respect for Eddie Kingston, man. He's really this year has really been his year. And I'm proud, man. I'm proud to see him do his things, being a fellow New Yorker and just everything he's been through in his career, man. He's been through a lot in his career, and so for him to get this opportunity to shine, I applaud AEW for it.
That's what's up. I do have one thing I'd like to say for Eddie Kingston. Eddie Kingston, I'm gonna need you to work on the body frame, my guy. I need you to
He
work on the
can't help
body.
that, man. He can't help that.
I'm just saying, even if you bulk up the arms a little bit so you don't look so, you know what I'm saying? Like we got
Regular,
at least
he look like a regular dude. I like that
hey,
about him. The fact that
I need to
that
look
he,
a little cocked though, right? I need to at least let him I
bruh,
need to at
it's
least feel
because
like
you're stuck on that on that mentality of that they have to be looking a certain way, man. Listen, back in the days, man, Dusty Rose looked like a regular dude.
but Dusty Rhodes could flex a muscle on you. Eddie Kingston and can't flex no muscle on you. That's what I'm saying. I'm not saying lose weight. I'm just saying we got to do a little bit of the arm work. We got to have at least a couple of arm days in it. That's all I'm saying. I'm not saying lose weight. I'm just saying make it look proportionate. If you get a
Okay.
little bulk in the arms, you'll look proportionate. Like I'm a big dude, you know what I'm saying? But you got to work on the arms too,
Yeah, we're
right?
both big dudes.
Yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
I'm calling nobody else. I'm saying I'm a big dude, so I try to
Yeah,
work
we're
on the
both
arms a
big
little
dudes.
bit.
Listen, I posted a picture of us. We're two big
Yes,
guys.
sir. Yes, sir. But I'm just saying, like, we got to work on the arms a little bit. So, if you got on the dub beater or whatever, it's like, all right, it's a big dude, but some arms in there too. You just don't want to be all body and then like little arms. That's all I'm saying about it. I don't want him to be cut or shredded because he would look weird. But I
No
need you to
doubt.
bulk up them arms a little bit. Just bulk up the arms for me. Just bulk up the arms. That's all I'm saying. Look out for the home team.
Definitely, definitely.
That's all I'm saying. Make them let them know the big guys that still have be a little swollen arms. We ain't gotta just be big with little baby arms. That's my only thing for Eddie. I don't want him to change nothing else. I love the character. Like you said, I definitely agree. This has been a huge year for him. First time he ever beat Claudio or Cesaro, as you may know him as, if you're only a WWE mark. But I mean, it's exciting that the AEW realized like, yo, we got to do something to get people interested because right now they're not feeling the product, and that's true. Not feeling the product because you're not telling stories. The Continental Classic, you have a lot of guys in here who have a history with each other, a lot of different stories that can be told. Now the thing is, you're gonna have winners, and my personal opinion, Swerve should win this. I don't think he will, but I think Swerve or Brody King should win this. And the reason why I say that is these are two guys that are right there at the top. They right there at the edge. They just need something to push them over. So if you get a Continental Classic final at New Year's End of Swerve Strickland and Brody King, first of all, your boy Kuma Kane called it. Second of all, AEW is really looking to take time and invest in stars that are on the brink and not just guys that come over from WWE that have already performed there. Swerve came from WWE, but what was he in WWE? You know what I'm saying? He was part of a very bad group. And he was the main person in that group. I ain't gonna call the name of the group out because I don't want y'all to remember him like that. But to just finish breaking down the leagues, which you were doing an expert job of, but just to so everybody understands who's where. In the Gold League, you got John Moxley, Swerve Strickland, Roosh, Mark Briscoe, Jay Lethal, and Jay White. When I look at that group, I say to myself, one of these things are not like the other, and that's Mark Briscoe. But I love the fact that Marshall Briscoe's getting shine too, because his brother passed away, his brother Jay, so there's no more Briscoe's tag team. So AEW is still using him and putting him in spots. So I definitely respect and appreciate that because it's something that's completely out of his control, and I respect him for continuing to put a light on Mark Briscoe and allow him to honor his brother through that.
Definitely.
And then the Blue League is Brian Danielson, Brody King, Andrade El Idolo, Claudio Castagnoli, Daniel Garcia, and Eddie Kingston. So it is a round robin, but we've already had so many matches that there are a few people who are essentially eliminated. They cannot win. So Mark Briscoe is essentially eliminated. He has no wins. Jay Lethal has no wins. Daniel Garcia has no wins. So at this point, having had 4 matches and no wins, they only have one more match left. So the best they can do is 3 points. That's not going to be enough. So all 3 of those gentlemen have been eliminated.
Yeah.
and then just going through where people are at. So it was 9-9, Swerve and John Moxley. Swerve had to fight John Moxley. He lost that match. Disappointing call to me by AEW to not give him that win. Unless you're going to reset that up for the Gold League Championship and then he does win, then I'll be all right with it. Swerve has 9 points, as well as Jay White has 9 points.
Yeah.
Roosh has six. And over in the Blue League, Brian Danielson has nine. He suffered a loss. He has yet to face, so he will face Claudio Castagnoli. So that's going to be a Blackpool Combat Club battle. Um, Andrade El Idolo has nine. Brody King has six. Claudio has six, and Eddie Kingston has six. So Eddie Kingston needs to win the next one to slide up into their range of possibly being at the top
Mm.
two for the Blue League. And everybody's pretty much got one match left. Swerve still got to fight Roosh. Mark Briscoe still got to fight Jay Lethal. And then Moxley still got to fight Jay White. Jay White still got to fight Moxley. So, and in the Blue League, we talked about Brian Daniels, Claudio Castagnoli. Daniel Garcia still has to fight Brody King. He can try to play spoiler to Brody King. Andrade still has to fight Eddie Kingston. That should be a good match. Um,
Yeah.
so yes, three good matches on each side still left. Setting up the finals, but you kind of see where they're going and where the plan is. Moxley's going to be in the top two. It's just who's going to be number two in that with Moxley on the gold side. Blue side, still some work to be done, man. Still some work to be done. But yeah, man.
Yeah.
So AW has, obviously other things that are going on within AEW, but the main thing that AEW has going for them is this Continental Classic tournament. What they do with the guys after. The one complaint that I have with AEW a lot is not using the guys that they have. So if you watch AEW, pay attention to sports, dirt sheets, and all those things. You know that recently Kenny Omega's been injured. So the Golden Jets tag team is going to have to be put on hold or just, not done due to his injury. So my thought is, why not take that spot that you were going to give Chris Jericho, Kenny Omega, and give that to a couple of young guys or one of the up and coming wrestlers? I don't have a problem with the guys come over from WWE having matches, but I do have a problem with dominating 2, 3 shows. I don't need to see the same people on Rampage that've been wrestling for 20 years or Collision that I just saw Monday night. Wednesday night on Dynamite. Use your young talent, man. Like really develop and see who the fans get behind, and give us actual storylines. Great matches. No reason to have them, but great matches.
And that's
That's
why
it.
that's kind of why I've fell off of AEW, because I just felt they've been given too much shine to this talent that they've signed from WWE. Because like, yeah, I love Claudio, I love that Brian Brian Danielson, Mox, everyone, but like you have so many like Powerhouse Hobbs, one of my favorite guys. Um, I'm not happy with the way they're using Ricky Starks. Um, it's just so many different things, man. This is that now. Um, having one of my favorite guys is that was his name, Shane Strickland. What is this? No,
Oh,
Shane. Can't even think of his name right now. But just the fact that they're just giving too much shine, even though they're using certain people. Yeah, but that's just people I feel that they deserve to get more shine. Like
you probably think of Swerve Strickland,
not,
Swerve, and then
Shane Taylor. Shane Taylor.
Shane
Sorry,
Taylor. Okay,
Shane
yeah,
Taylor. That was
and
my
then
fault.
Keith Lee does not get enough either.
But again, he was in WWE before. I'm not saying that he don't deserve it, because he was. I thought he should have got a great push in WWE. They dropped the ball on that. Um, but I love the fact that Shane Taylor is back doing his thing for Ring of Honor or whatever. But I just feel that AEW is just focusing too much on the WWE rethreads, man. That's just, to me. That's how I felt. That's why I haven't really been tuning in like I used to when it first started. Because when it first started, there was so much opportunities for everyone. You got to see all different types, and now I just feel that they're just giving us the WWE retreads. You muted.
I can definitely feel that, man. But we're also entering the fray would be our good guy, Mr. Playmaker himself. And Playmaker
What's
comes at
up?
the perfect time, as we were just discussing guys in AEW who may not get the shine that we feel they deserve, and reasons why AEW may have started to turn some people off.
Mm,
And I think
yeah,
it would be a
well,
great point in the AEW conversation for Mr.
well,
Playmaker to make
before
his
I get
thoughts known.
before I get started, what's going on, cool? Mr. Wise Man himself, Wise FA, what's going on, my brother?
Nothing much, brother. I'm doing well, man. Doing well. Got to chill with my brother last week at in Charlotte, so it was cool. It was good, man. We chilled. He came over to my brother's house. We watched some football, and it was good, man. It was good to actually get to hang out with one of my brothers, so it was cool.
A whole
I
lot of
like the
clowning was
I
going
like
on
the
too.
cut. I
Yeah,
like the
definitely
cut.
clowning. Definitely a lot of clowning. Definitely a lot of clowning.
I like the cut. I like the cut. Wise, I like the
Appreciate
like.
it, man. I had to get. I had to. It's kind of. It was going out of control, man. I need to go see my barber after I find him. Actually, after I give me a new one.
He got the professional cut today. He hit us with the
Yeah,
professional
yeah.
wise.
All right, so here's the funny thing that y'all talking about AEW because there's something going on the second week of January that is called AEW Homecoming. For those of you who don't know, AEW is on their way back to Jacksonville, which is the birth of AEW. So with that being said, because I was at the game last night with the Baltimore Red Jackson Drive, and I seen it up, I'm like, AEW's coming home. And the fact that Cool said that AEW is turning people off, you might want to start the new year when you come home to recapture some people. Because you're coming home. So you might want to plan that show out pretty well. Even though this is a Dynamite and a Rampage, plan it out well because you coming home. This is where it started at. You go into the new year, get yourself on a good roll when you come home for homecoming.
Yeah, I think that for me, the one way I feel like AEW could really improve themselves is by actually doing a semi-split. And what I mean when I say that is you don't have to have every wrestler just be on Rampage or just be on Collision, but be mindful. If I had a dude on Rampage, excuse me, not Rampage, Dynamite, he doesn't necessarily have to be on Collision that week. He doesn't have to be on one show or the other, but we don't need to see the rated R superstar Adam Copeland
3 times a
on
week.
every, yeah,
He's
three
in the week
times a
now.
week.
Well,
We don't. He's not charismatic enough to carry anything 3 times a week.
it's not even that. Like if they really were smart, they would do the brand split and do it. Like I like the fact that Ring of Honor has his own show. Saying, but now you're bringing a lot of AEW guys to Ring of Honor as well. Like keep it as a split, different brand. Dynamite, Rampage. Like this is an opportunity for you to give other people a chance. Like Top Flight deserves a chance.
You know, this
Um,
is this is where they should take from WWE. You got Raw, you got SmackDown.
yeah,
You got your even though we have our crosses sometimes,
yeah.
but most of the time the main people are gonna be on their show.
Hmm.
You're gonna see them. And then you can have your little NXT. Maybe Collision can be your NXT type. That's where you people who don't get much of the shine, people who don't know about, they there.
Yeah.
You can do that. I don't Tony Khan. I don't Tony Khan. I think he's. How can I put this?
Zooted.
Yeah, we'll go with that. We'll go with that one right there. That's what we're gonna go with. Okay, cause like if you just put people on certain brands, and people know, okay, you give people the option to choose. You want everybody to watch the shows, but give the fans some options. All right. If I want to see MJF, I got to make sure I turn into Wednesdays because that's MJF's show.
Yeah.
If I want to see Jack Perry, let me make sure I got Rampage up on Fridays. Stuff like that.
So I agree with the concept, but I have a little different way I think they should do it. Because I think if you do it just like WWE, people are going to say, oh, you're ripping off WWE. Not a bad idea to rip them off, but I think that would make WWE periods less entertaining. People who want to see something different, less interested in AEW. I think what AEW should do is turn the Rampage into a Ring of Honor show. So that's where you have Ring of Honor on actual television.
Yeah.
But here's the problem. Ring of Honor is completely what you were saying. Ring of Honor needs to be separate. If you're Ring of Honor, you're Ring of Honor. So if you're going to have a guy be part of the Blackpool Combat Club, he's only on Ring of Honor, it doesn't make sense. You're not going to put the whole Blackpool Combat Club on Ring of Honor. You can do that with Claudio. You can do that with Willard. You're not going to put Moxley on Ring of Honor. So anybody in the Blackpool Combat Club cannot have Ring of Honor championships unless they're going to leave because it doesn't make sense. Now, I think with Collision and Dynamite, what I would do is I would say, all right, I make a decision. Maybe this is a month decision. Maybe it's a 2-month decision. Which show do you want to be on for X amount of time? Not a year, but like X amount of time. We're going to run a storyline with you. Do you want that storyline on Raw? I go think WWE. Do you want that storyline on Dynamite, or do you want that storyline on Collision? So that way you can kind of build them out differently. You can have people show up on one show for a couple of weeks to get some interest. But then if you want to make a change, like say a month or two down the line, you can just say, all right, the new story is you get jumped. You're going to show up on Collision. You were on Dynamite. You're going to show up on Collision. You're going to talk about how you just won this big rivalry that somebody's going to come jump you. The devil and his demons are going to come jump you. So now you're focused on where they're at, which is on Collision. So that's how you can kind of move people back and forth without having a hard brand split. But again, I think the big problem is if you can't manage it that way, you have to do a split. But I would rather see people kind of like the main people. I'm going to see them on this show for a few weeks. Then I'm going to see them on this show. That gives me a chance to see both shows and see which one I feel and I like more. But at the same time, if I'm a fan or I'm a mark of a certain person, I'm not only going to watch one of the shows. So that's what I would do. I don't know if Tony Khan is a little bit too suited to think that way, but that's what I would do.
I don't think he's thinking at all.
Can't, man. It's too high.
I just feel, again, I just feel that he's trying too hard, man. You have some wonderful talent. You have guys that you're not using properly. It's just a lot of this. You're signing all these people, right? And you're not using them. They're not getting the shine that they're supposed to get shine. Like, I haven't seen Mike Santana in a couple of weeks.
Or Ortiz. And that was supposed to be a big thing. They changed course too much too. I agree with that. My big thing is, I think the problem is you got the same guy, on every show.
Yeah.
You watch Ring of Honor, you have Samoa Joe on there. Then you watch Collision, he's on there. You watch Rampage, he's on there.
And I love Samoa Joe. Don't get me wrong. Yeah. I love Samoa Joe.
For me, the only person they should do that with is Sting, because this is his last run. This is it for Sting.
Yeah, I would do. Yeah, to give people the opportunity to see Sting before he leaves. Yeah, absolutely. Before he retires, definitely. But you continuously bring Adam Copeland on your show. There's a reason why WWE didn't resign him.
What Coop been saying? Edge didn't move the needle for AEW.
He did nothing. People were like, "Oh, Edge is back. That's so cool." Then the second time he came out, you're like,
"Okay." It wasn't like the CM. It's not like the CM Punk effect. Nowhere near the CM Punk effect.
Because CM Punk is a jerk, and we like jerks whether people want to admit it or not. You like a jerk.
He's a needle mover.
Yeah. He is a personality. He's a cult of personality.
Mm-hmm.
He says what he say what he say. He mean what he says.
Yeah. Mr. Copeland, nothing like that. I mean, it just is what it is.
I like I said, I love Edge. It's just not. It's just I don't think you're taking away. Like I said, that I love Ricky Starks. I'm a big Ricky Starks fan. I love them on NWA. I wish WWE had signed him, but he went to AEW. I feel they're not using him the proper way. Putting him with Big Bill and as a tag team, I don't like it. It just wasn't. It's not. Well, especially when you have tag teams that have been there for years that are not getting shine. Again, I go back. Yes, I understand the Martin brothers have been hurt all the time, but I love Top Flight.
Yeah, they
I
gotta
love
stay
the
healthy. Like,
yeah.
they
If
like
they
the
can stay healthy,
Mathematics. They never healthy.
Yeah, they're never healthy. That's the only problem with them, that they're never healthy. But there's other guys there that you can give the opportunity to. There's other tag teams that are legit tag teams that you're not giving an opportunity to. You're giving it to Big Bill and Ricky Starks. They're not a tag team. I will never see them as a legit tag team.
All I know, as long as we scissoring, I'm good. They stop scissoring, we got a problem.
And that's what I'm saying. You got teams like the Acclaim. You got even the Guns. You
I
got
do like
you got the dudes that run with Nana and the Agonies of, is it Agonies of Pain?
Gates of Agony.
Gates of Agony. I like them.
And
They're a legit tag team.
Brian Cage. Big Brian Cage should be destroying people.
He should.
You know, I'm gonna ask this question. I want y'all to think about it. Is them having the trios title hurting the tag team division?
Nope. I'll tell you why it's not. Because it doesn't matter. It's gonna be the same 4 teams either way. It's just that they have different belts. In my opinion, they don't use enough depth like Wise is saying. So I don't think it really hurts.
It's the same people. They're just putting in the same people all over again.
you just move around.
Yeah. And it's just not, to me.
So pretty much the tag team titles and the trio those been shuffled around like they the 24/7 title.
Yeah,
pretty much. The Gates of Agony and Brian Cage are back being the Ring of Honor trios champions for like what, the 4th time or whatever.
And who has the AEW trios title?
The AEW trios titles
Is it Acclaim and Daddy?
Yep. The pink scissor belts.
Yeah.
It's so funny. It works for them, but it's still crazy. But guys, you know, we could talk about what we want to fix for AEW all night, and we really could.
Yeah, it could be a long talk, man.
Yeah, because Cole got a whole book of ideas he don't wrote down.
Let me mess around and get Cole on here too. What? Oh, that's gonna be a 2-hour pre-recorded.
Cole trying to face AEW. Good gracious, that need to be a special.
And those are 2 dangerous minds that you're putting to making decisions in that case. Just want to point that out. But we're gonna go ahead and flip over, y'all, to the WWE side. Cause SmackDown is pretty good this week.
Oh,
SmackDown was crazy.
Oh, listen, it was a lot of surprises.
A lot of surprises.
And
they go. I'm be honest. I am very surprised at what WWE is doing, because like Kawhi used to say around this time, this is what WWE kind of take their foot off the gas pedal, because he missed the holidays, and you know the goal is to get the New Year. Ain't doing it this year.
Let's just go to what got me was the ending.
Should I go ahead and do it like I always do it?
Do it. Playback.
So, as Randy Orton does, he tells what he's gonna do, and we all know he's gonna do it. He started off with Jimmy. As you know, anytime you fight with the bloodline, so there's gonna be some involvement going around. But no, Mr. LA Knight says nope, not tonight. With the look at Randy Orton looking at him like, really? All right, cool. All right, cool. Randy Orton hits the RKO on Jimmy. Get to 1, 2, 3. Now we get to the chaos part. The Tribal Chief makes his appearance, takes down LA Knight, does his little stare down with Randy Orton. Oh yeah, we finna You know what? Let's go ahead and get this on right now. As you know, the Bloodline 3-on-2. We know how this goes. We've seen this for like what, going on 4 years with the Bloodline. They had the numbers advantage.
Pretty much.
And then all of a sudden you hear, they don't want none. They don't want none. AJ Styles returned. AJ Styles came back, ripped his own know what.
Yeah. I noticed that. I was like, what? Had he been working out Randy? Because it looks like him and Randy been working out together.
He came back real.
It really does.
He gets involved. It's 3-on-3. So the Bloodline has to retreat. And Triple H is starting to get us every time. Triple H is starting to get us now. Because every time we think the show ends, something else ends up happening. So the credits come up. You thinking the show was going to end. And AJ Styles took out LA Knight.
Socked him. Yeah.
Wait a minute here. What just happened?
Was there beef before? Like, when AJ got hurt, it was the Bloodline that took him out.
The Bloodline took him out.
The Bloodline took him out. But remember this. A lot of people are speculating that AJ's angle is going to be, you stole my spot while I was hurt. So I'm coming for you to get my spot back. That's what a lot of people's speculation has been as to what the beef is going to be.
I like that because it's saying, Sicily saying before LA Knight had his opportunity, it was AJ Styles' opportunity.
Yeah.
But that's one question. My question is, because Meacham is still there. We haven't heard from the Good Brothers though, and I ain't seen them on the release list either.
And that's one thing. That's one thing I'm kind of disappointed in WWE. Even though I know AJ's been out with injury and all that. I know Doc is hurt, so his Machine Gun is the only one that's healthy. But now with AJ back, maybe they can bring the OC back.
That's what I'm wondering, because
I wouldn't be upset with that.
That's just getting interesting. Because that's when you think WWE's going to take it easy. They say, nah, we got more in store for you.
Yeah. Listen, SmackDown was a really great show. And I enjoyed one of my favorite parts of the show was him. Was the fact that
I know when I say him. Oh Lord, even Wise call him. Jeez, even Wise does it now. Oh,
you need to get on the bandwagon, Mr. Playmaker. It's him.
It's him. Listen, man, when you get anointed by Shawn Michaels, man, you got it. You got it. And to me, him, and for those who don't know who I'm talking about or who I'm referencing, Carmelo Hayes. Yes.
You know the crazy thing is, Austin Theory and Grayson Waller both lost. I thought one of them would win.
Well, I'll be honest with you. If anybody was going to win,
it would have been Theory. I thought it would have been Theory.
Because the thing is, him was not going to lose his debut match on SmackDown.
No.
Because if he's not built up, how's Bobby going to come and holler at him and pull him on in? Bobby don't take losers. I already know where it's going. We know where this is going, and I'm excited.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna shut up now.
But no, listen, it's a great show going. They're doing some great things on SmackDown, man. With everything that's going on, they've got a lot of surprises coming up in the next couple of weeks. Couple of call ups that are happening. So listen, they're definitely giving their young blood opportunity to shine, man.
Carmelo Hayes, great performance on SmackDown, great debut.
Mm-hmm.
Kevin Owens taking down Austin Theory with a broken hand. Cool. I know you liked this because I know how you work. The Damage Control promo. Bayley saying all her dreams are still in front of her. You're going to have the Kabuki Warriors get back the WWE Women's Tag Team titles. And to be honest, I would not be mad at all for that. Because please take it off Chelsea Green.
Chelsea Green, yes.
Please.
Help us.
you could give it to a cross-dressing man and an Amazonian woman, I'd be happier.
He did not just say that.
Yes, I did,
man.
and I meant it.
I know you meant it. So, and then Bailey's like, hey, my plan for Io Sky's come to fruition. She is the women's champion. Now I can enter the women's Royal Rumble and I can go after Rhea Ripley when I win it.
Now that
And then Dakota Kai ends it off, and I'm looking at Dakota Kai. Dakota Kai ain't gonna be the one that's gonna be the mouthpiece for Damage Control when this is all said and done.
yo,
Yeah, she's gonna be the eventual leader. She's gonna be the eventual leader of the Damage Control. They're gonna turn on Bailey.
if Bailey don't turn on them first.
They're gonna turn on Bailey because you can see it. The writing's in the wall. Because like in some of the segments, you're seeing that they're not including Bailey in any of it, and she's coming all late and everything. So the writing's on the wall. I'm glad. Hopefully Dakota can get back in the ring soon. She's a wonderful talent, and I love the fact that the Kabuki Warriors are back, man. Bringing back Kairi Sane and putting her and Asuka back together, and then Io's Io, man. She's just been phenomenal since she signed with WWE. So I'm excited for that, and again, I would love to see Dakota Kai get a push as well. I think it's time for women's mid card title.
I would agree. Just one though. Just one.
Just one.
Yeah. I would love to see this happen. I'm gonna say this right here. Bailey, got nothing but love for you. Bailey, you cheeked up and cheeked out.
She definitely cheeked out. She definitely cheeked out.
Mommy's always on top for a reason. Okay. You don't want that smoke. You think you do, but you don't want that smoke with mommy. I don't know who's gonna beat mommy, but they're gonna have to bring in somebody to beat mommy. Where Nia Jax's gonna have to fall on her like 3 times. I don't know how you gonna get that belt off mommy.
Well, we came up with a couple of people that should be able to. And you notice we didn't see neither one of them on SmackDown last week.
Yeah, and while we're talking about SmackDown and who's not there, so we know Charlotte is out. She's out 9 months.
Injured, yeah.
Yeah, supposedly with a knee injury. There's been some theories going around the dirt sheets and different things that this is not a knee injury. That we're going to be introduced to another generation of Flair. Is what's actually happening. 9 months is a weird time frame.
You said 9 months. So.
Yes. So you could be a month or two.
So basically what y'all telling me is
get back in ring shape.
She went the Alexis Bliss route.
That's what there's been some people saying. Like there's been no confirmation of it. But that's what
people are saying that Andrade did the deed.
Hey.
And if that's the case, so we saying no Royal Rumble, no WrestleMania, possibly SummerSlam.
Maybe SummerSlam.
Possibly SummerSlam.
I'm hoping that a certain someone comes back for WrestleMania for the Royal Rumble. That's just my.
That's been out there. I know who you thinking about.
I heard. Yeah, it's been out. It's been spoken about. It's been spoken on. But
a lot of people to know who you're talking about. I think I know too. But
we the three of us know.
Boss. We're talking about the boss.
Three of us know who we talking about.
We're talking about the boss. That's no doubt. We are definitely talking about the boss.
Here's my question: do she have to come back as the boss, or can she just come back the way she did?
So she would come back as the boss because that's her character for WWE. You know what I'm saying? But she could be a more closer to what she's doing now, version of the boss.
Listen, she's killing it right now.
She could technically come back as Sasha Banks without being the boss. Technically.
Yeah.
Hey, when you put Triple H in charge, you see the doors that is open up for WWE.
Yo, listen,
which is saying a lot because
listen, the fact that hell froze over, just like the fact that hell froze over.
By the way,
anything's possible.
Amazing T-shirt. I want it. that T-shirt right there. Like I never wanted to see a T-shirt. He never cared about it. I saw the T-shirt. I was like, I think I need that.
Saints Ross brought it up. Why you ain't haven't been here in a while? Go ahead and give your take on CM Punk's returning.
He's home, man. As much as everybody hated CM Punk or whatever, he is home. It didn't feel right to me when he was in AEW. Just didn't feel right. Because the pipe bomb is always going to be one of the greatest moments in all of wrestling history.
That's facts.
And it just didn't feel right, man. Because you got you have so much backstage drama, right? With everybody on there, whatever. Jack Perry and Hangman and the Elite and all that. You won't have that at WWE. Because management won't allow it. Yeah, they'll have some little here, but none of that is going to happen at WWE. And again, like he said, he's home. He's back home. This is where, yes, in Independence he was big, whatever, but this is where he was the man, hands down. Like there was no one bigger than CM Punk when he was in WWE. Not even the great John Cena. People tuned in for CM Punk. He is a needle mover. So when Tripp went and did this coup and was able to bring in CM Punk, you killed the competition. Because all AEW had their response for getting rid of CM Punk was bringing in Adam Copeland, the rated R superstar. Just to me,
that still don't sound right.
It doesn't. Like I said, what they're doing has really turned me off of what WWE's doing. Oh my God.
All right, cool. Do your favorite sound bite because you know who in the chat. Just see who's in the chat.
It's the three kings of the wrestling broadcast airways: the Playmaker, Cool Breeze, McCain, and Wiseman. What's up, Vicala?
Why don't you just have Cole send you the element, and you wouldn't have to do all that.
He likes saying it. That's the whole point. He loves doing that. He loves doing it. That's why I say go ahead and get it out the way because I seen you in the chat. Like, man, go ahead. Like,
oh yeah, when he put it in there, I was like, I was ready, bro. I was waiting.
My man Vic, what's going on, brother?
But yeah, man. So him got the dub. Great fashion. I believe, as I have ascertained all along, that he is going to be with the Street Profits and Bobby Lashley in a month or two. I also think B-Fab, if she is allowed to be on the show, should be with them as well because he ain't got nothing else for her to do.
I think she would run well because you figure right, all these other factions have their females in it, like LWO, Selena Vega, Judgment Day, Rhea Ripley. You have these females,
and to Wild's point, they bring the OC back. You got Nietzsche.
Yeah. So for me, the most logical is to have B-Fab roll with them.
The only faction that don't have a female presence is the Bloodline.
And that's going to change. And once Ava Reigns come up, Ava Reigns comes up, that's going to change.
Y'all, if you haven't seen Ava Reigns, go to YouTube, type in Ava Reigns.
She's a big girl. I didn't know she was that big.
Yes.
Because I seen her standing with some of the other female wrestlers. She is big girl.
Yes. She's height like Nia Jax, but she's not that.
No, she's not that thick. Yeah. She's not that thick like Nia, but she's a big girl. Like, I mean, height wise, she is.
And the Y family, I guess they make big girls.
Yeah.
That family one's deep as I don't know what. That family just runs deep. I'm just gonna say that.
Yeah, it's
Zilla,
crazy.
bro, Zilla's coming. I don't know how long it's gonna take, but Zilla's coming. I've been watching Zilla. Not Rikishi.
That's
Yokozuna's son.
no, that's
No, no,
Umaga's
no.
son. That's
Umaga's
Umaga's
son.
son.
Excuse me. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's Umaga's son. Zilla coming, bro. Zilla nice with it. That throwing spike where he throw you up in the air and then spike you, bro. I like that.
Oh
Well,
yeah.
he had to do something. He couldn't do the same things Solo was doing, so he had to
But
change up.
I like, yeah.
Hey, hello. Speaking of the bloodline, how did y'all feel about that backstage? Jimmy says yeet, and Roman Reigns slowly turned his head towards him.
I think at that point Jimmy was saying it just to tick him off because he's mad because he's not the heir apparent.
Yeah, well,
That's what I think.
Solo, like I've
Solo.
always liked Solo, even
Solo
though
gonna turn on Jimmy.
Yeah, he's about to. Jimmy.
Is that gonna sell the new members, y'all? Because where are the new people?
This and this.
I think they waiting. Maybe Rumble. Maybe
after the New Year.
Or after
after the
Rumble.
New Year.
Can we
Because remember they did another backstage segment back there, and Jimmy and Solo was having a serious conversation. This one when Jimmy was actually serious for once. Okay, if I can get that Jimmy Uso, I'll be all right.
Yeah, I'm not too happy with the way they're using him. Like Jay's getting all the shine. Jay's getting his shine on
like a
Raw.
clown.
Jimmy, he is looking like a clown. He is looking.
Yeah, how you gonna
he's
such
one
a
of the
man
greatest tag
just like
teams
clown?
wrestlers of all time, and he's regulated to a damn catchphrase.
And Jimmy got the heart of music and everything. He got the heart of intro. Jimmy's intro was hard.
Mm-hmm.
Jay's is like, oh yeah, let's sing along, let's pump our hands. But listen to Jimmy's. Jimmy's joint go hard. How you gonna give a clown that? Y'all gotta do better.
Yeah, because he was back there. This is all right. Let's be for real.
Jimmy's the one. Jimmy's the one married to Trinity, right?
Yep,
Yeah.
that'll be Jimmy.
So he's winning outside of WWE. We all know that.
Yeah,
of course.
You got you a nice chocolate queen, you winning. So I'm just saying.
That's who I'm disappointed that they didn't bring back.
She want to come back.
I mean, she's what?
She's
She's
killing
the
it right
TNA Women's Champion.
Yeah, she's killing it right now. She's hot right now.
Like, why she come back? Wait till the run's over.
Yeah.
And then when the run's over, they got their working relationship with AEW, so she can get a foot in with AEW.
Well,
not if Mercedes come back to WWE.
Well, Impact is kind of got an agreement with Endeavors, so we'll see.
And then you gotta remember too, Impact is going back to TNA.
Yeah.
You're going back to
total nonstop action. Yeah.
Yep. Vic says she's doing really well in TNA. Yep.
Yeah, like she's on a run. Let her have a run. And when the run's over, then we come talking.
All right, so off of WWE a little, but there's a prominent female wrestler besides Mercedes Moné who's established herself in TNA that it sounds like she's gonna be a free agent soon.
Deonna Purrazzo, is that who you were speaking of?
That's what I'm talking about. The Virtuosa, yes.
I can see her in NXT and killing it.
You know what?
She's on the main roster killing it.
You know what?
She's improved so much.
She would be good in the Outcast in AEW too.
Yeah.
But that's the only place I could see her at AEW. If they were just bringing her in to do her own thing, I wouldn't go. But if they were putting you in the Outcast, because that would bring relevancy back to the Outcast and give another person to fight Tony Storm from the Outcast. So they still storyline really hurt that Tony Storm left them.
You talking about Tony Monroe?
Timeless Tony Storm. The timeless one. That woman went crazy and it worked.
But yeah, but SmackDown has definitely stepped up the game. Signing Randy Orton, bringing Randy Orton exclusively to SmackDown. It's definitely and the way he's come back, man. He's come back now. He's like, yeah, you're a legend, but Remember, I'm the legend killer. So
when he said, "Yeah, Roman, I'm going to give you your props. You're a legend." I was like, "Oh." I already knew where that was going. Loved it.
Hey,
It's the segments, man, and they're not over pushing Randy. Like you know how sometimes they bring people in and they overdo it. They're not overdoing it. Like him teasing the RKO. And he's like, "Hey, just wet your pants, do you?" I just
hold
like the
on,
way.
hold on. I hear voices in my head.
yeah,
They telling me I think you just crept your pants.
yeah. It was a great segment. It was a great
It
segment.
was.
So it's and as much as they want to say that WWE does not give their wrestlers an opportunity to kind of do their promos, and they have there's certain guys that you know that they have a hand in what they're saying.
But we know one that always has a hand in what he does. One Phillip Brooks.
I can't wait to hear that guy tonight.
Oh boy, he's gonna act a fool. It's gonna be great.
Yeah,
Unfortunately, I'm gonna have to catch the replay or YouTube it after it happens because, as you can see behind me, I've got important business I got to be watching tonight.
I'm gonna need y'all to handle business tonight, okay?
You gonna need us to handle business.
Vic,
I'm gonna need
Vic,
us to handle business.
Vic, since you're out there, Vic, since you're out there, I'm not trying to rub salt. And yes, I am. I am.
I was gonna say I already know it as soon as you said it.
I am trying to solve war.
Yeah, I knew that too.
I am. Yeah. It seems like your boys can't win on the road. They just can't. They get out of they get out of Dallas and they just kind of like Roman Reigns crapped his pants. That's what the team be doing, Vic. Just so you know.
One day 3-4 in a row now.
Yeah, 3-4. 3-4.
Yeah, and those win and a road win was the Giants. A road win was the Panthers.
I don't count that. I don't count the Giants. I don't count that.
No.
don't
I'm
count
just
the
saying.
They beat the road wins with garbage teams.
Yeah, that's why I was going. That's why I was going with it. You just got there faster, but that's definitely where I was
They've beaten garbage teams on the road. Yes, they haven't beaten anyone of significance on the road. Absolutely not.
The Figula does, and go ahead and acknowledge I already got some of the business this morning. He got some business this morning. I was watching, and he got some business. And I will say this: there's not a lot of, and I'm gonna say Cowboys fan because Vic is here. I respect what he endured this morning and took it like a man. There's not a lot of those fans that would have stayed up there and listened to the rest of the show after what was being said about him and his team. But he took it like a man. I respect that.
Now Vic is definitely
non-delusional.
He's not your average. He's not your average Dallas Cowboys fan. No, he's not one of those. He's not like Marvin Otero. Most definitely not like Marvin Otero.
Marvin Otero, good gracious.
Yeah, like my cousin Marvin Otero. Yes, him. He is nothing like him. He is a delusional Dallas Cowboys fan. He's been quiet this weekend though.
Hey man, I can get shout out to Bubba Dub. He a Cowboy fan, but he be having me rolling no matter the Cowboys win or lose. He be having me rolling.
What I really want Cole to say to me is that, are you still them boys?
No, oh my god.
I'm tired of that song.
Because if he says me that, I'm gonna butcher it so bad. Oh, it's gonna be fun to watch.
Wise. Oh, you ain't. I don't know if you seen the show this morning. He played it.
He did. He played it at the end again too. The Cowboys don't play teams in front of them. I completely agree. But gentlemen, I do appreciate y'all hopping on. Hopefully we can get both of y'all back. If the big homie Wise is available, to chop it up again next week, we'll be talking Raw as well. We did Tuesday this past week, so we already had discussed Raw when it was fresh, nice and still juicy when the grease was still dripping from the fries of Raw. It's okay.
You still fascinated over what happened between Rollins and Punk.
I'm loving the dynamic of that though. I am loving the dynamic of that.
A lot of juiciness there.
Yeah, it's gonna be exciting. It's gonna be exciting.
And that's why Punk gonna be a fool tonight.
It's gonna be crazy. It's gonna be crazy. It's gonna be crazy. I know Shinsuke and Cody still got their issues.
That's not done.
Yeah, and then I'm waiting to see what's going on with Drew. What the hell he's gonna do next?
Because wrestling does have more than one royal family. As Cody's my guy too, but I can't help it. All right, Wise man, tell the people where they can find you. Any last thoughts you got before we roll up out of here to get ready for Raw and the big game?
You can catch me on Stuck in My Mind podcast every Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, live at 5 p.m. And now the fact that on StreamYard, you can catch me on IG now. So now I did my first episode on IG, streaming live through StreamYard. So that's exciting. But I'm ready to go watch Raw. So
you gonna catch me on IG coming real soon too. I just gotta set it up.
Yeah.
Playmaker, same thing, my guy.
Man, you already know what it is. D20 Playmaker platforms, X, Twitter, Facebook. Y'all know what it is. Ramley Talk. It's gonna be fun this week because we play Thursday night. So I have a short week. So I can't celebrate in my Commanders victory as much.
You did limit him for the playoff contention though, so that's a victory.
But we got New Orleans coming up Thursday night. Nice way to throw Ramley Talk in before the big game. And final home game, by the way, too.
I feel it. All I'm gonna say is simply, Wise did not mention the main place where you need to be watching him at. So I'm going to mention it for him instead of tell you where to find me, because you know where to find me. That's the show he does called Mentality.
yes,
You can find it on Real Wise Productions or Kobe Media.
Mhm.
What I'm gonna tell you is, if you're a man, straight, gay, you identify as a man, you were a man, you ain't trying to, you're not. This is a show you want to see. All I'm gonna say. Leave it at that.
Definitely.
I did not expect that part of it, but you know what?
Hey man, gotta come with something different.
And Wise, if you have to talk about any of the politicians from the state of Florida, do me a favor. Let's go in on them, okay? And you doing it in my honor.
Oh, listen, I stay going after Matt's. I didn't know she was 16-year-old Getz, sanctimonious. That's what he calls them now. So yeah,
You might be adding somebody else to that conversation.
I fire shots at Florida politicians all the time, man.
Oh yeah,
I'm just saying, you might be adding somebody else to that list. Thanks to your co-host sending me what took place a few days ago. I'm like,
I want to say one last thing, y'all. It's real simple. There's something brewing. I ain't gonna let y'all know yet, but there's something brewing. And when this happens, that's all I'm gonna say right now. There's something brewing. Pay attention. Make sure you checking me out. At Eagles Elite Podcast Wednesday gonna be lit, win or lose. But y'all know how we happen when we lose. When we lose, we cut the format out and we get to the meat and potatoes. When we win, we try to keep ourselves. But when we lose, sometimes you just got to. That's cute, but no, we need to get to this. So check us out. YouTube.com/at Eagles Elite Podcast. On Instagram at Eagles Elite Podcast. On Twitter at Eagles Elite Podcast. Yes, I didn't say X or Blackbird. Twitter, Eagles Elite Podcast. All that good stuff. We out for the week. We getting ready for Raw. I'm getting ready for the big game. Gonna be watching Raw somehow, either later tonight or in the morning or something. I'm watching it too.
And Eagles, do me a favor, do your job, because the way Diva had to go in on y'all, even though she was on point with everything she said, I don't want to see that again.
Listen, there are times when I be like, I'm about to go in, but then I say, you know what? Let me approach it from a more logical standpoint and allow my co-host their opportunity to shine. And when you excellently take that opportunity, I'm not going to take it away from you. I want everybody to remember when you went in.
Oh, she went in.
That was masterful. I loved it. Enjoyed every breath. I was over there wanting the little shouting thing from Cole so I could play it in the background while she was talking. It was great. Loved every bit of it. And what I want y'all to know, notice the Eagle Show, but I want y'all to know, y'all only get about a third of how we really feel. If you was in our chat,
yeah, we can go on that note because I do not want to be in that chat.
I'm gonna holler at y'all. Appreciate you, fellas. Make sure y'all check us out next week. As always, tell 2 of your friends, 4 of your enemies. Just because they don't like you doesn't mean they won't like and watch us. And we'll holler.